Good afternoon. It is Thursday, December 15th, 2021, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I am Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. Look over here. When I look over here, if you see me looking over here, it's looking at the monitor, just making sure that everything's working. I believe everything is up. Let me refresh this. One of these days, I'll pay someone to do all this, but I'm cheap. That's really what the issue is here. Yes, this broadcast is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. You can check out my website and what exactly I do at marshalmanlove.com. Want a funny show, an interesting show? Want to see your friends do funny things? Look me up at marshalmanlove.com. One of the most successful athletic teams at the high school level here in Delaware is the Padua Academy cross country team. And we have brought today 7 of them and their head coach, 7 or 8, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and their head coach, Marnie Junta, here today. And hopefully when I hit this button, they will all appear on the screen. So what happens over there with their setup, with the microphone, it moves the camera. So this is going to be fun to do. All right, here we go. There they are. And we see Coach Junta there in control. Let me put up the Padua Academy logo there too. Hello, Coach. Welcome. Thank you for making time to bring your champions here today.
Welcome. Hello, everyone.
All right. See how the cameras switch everybody around? That's kind of cool. At the top of the screen, you can see a, what do you call that? A panoramic view, although it's kind of blocked by the Padua logo right now that I put up there. In the foreground right now, I'm going to have you all introduce yourselves. And when I do this, I'm going to be testing your microphone volume at the same time. So Geneva, I know that's you in the foreground. Introduce yourself, your whole name. Tell us how old you are, what grade are you in?
I'm Geneva Lauer. I'm 17 and I'm a senior.
Welcome. And next?
I'm Julia Query. I'm also 17 and a senior.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Katie Dorsey. I'm also 17 and a senior.
All right. And
I'm Kelsey. I'm 15 and I'm a sophomore. I'm Molly Flanagan. I'm 16 and I'm a sophomore. I'm Jane Mazio. I'm 17 and I'm a junior. I'm Sophia Holgado. I'm 15 and I'm a sophomore.
all right. The camera did not move over there. There you all are. How'd that work? This is going to be fun. All right.
Because we cannot see anything that's going on, so we have no idea what you see.
Okay. It's probably best because there would be a time delay that would throw everybody off there. So congratulations on your championship. And Coach, how many in a row is this for you now?
I actually don't track it because I get a little superstitious about it, but I do believe it's 9.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe.
It is 9, indeed. So that's a testimony to your great coaching prowess, because it's one thing to have a little bit of a streak for 2 or 3 years. You have a star runner, a few star runners or something like that. But to continue to win successfully year after year after year means that they have a great leader at top. So it's very nice to meet you. And I'm going to have some of your athletes tell me about you here in a little bit as well. The state champion, the #1 runner here this year is Katie Dorsey. Katie, wave or say hello or something so we can get the camera to look over your way. Maybe jump up and down or something. I don't know what's going to attract the camera over there.
You gotta speak.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right, here's what I got to do. I have your Padua logo up there, which you can't see. I'm just going to block it. So let me see if I can move the screen over. All right. Well, congratulations. You were the state champion. That's the second year in a row for you, right, Katie?
Yes.
And I'm going to pay you this, all of you, this compliment here right now. I was at your race, the first race. There was 4 that day, 4 state championships. Your race was first. And coming into our area that day was a real nasty cold front. Does everybody remember that? Yeah, I bet you do. And I managed to stay there for your race to see all of you cross the finish line, actually. But I was gone after that. That was horrible. I don't even know how those rest of those races went off, because it had to be right in the middle of your race that it really got nasty. So I'll talk to each of you about that. Katie, how did that cold front affect you out on the course that day?
Yeah, I think we kind of expected the weather to be bad because it always ends up having some kind of storm on the day of state. So we're kind of used to just training through anything, especially at practice, because we kind of run through all temperatures and all weather conditions. But I think it was definitely just a little bit more motivation for us to kind of see what we could do with our crowd of competition, because we're so used to training in that condition. So we just kind of took advantage of what we've prepared for, and I think it motivated us and showed us that we kind of had the chance to win it all because we were ready.
That's a good answer. So I will tell you that all of you sitting around that table right now, I'm 6'1", 215 pounds. All of you are tougher than me. Every single one of you. I was so gone after that race. I was pretty much crying in my car because I was so cold. So it's a testimony to the mental toughness that you all have. And take this to heart too. You know how football players think or baseball players, I really should say. Baseball players think they're all tough, right? As soon as it rains, they go inside and play cards. You all compete out there like just with all the football players and all that. And as a matter of fact, in a football game, they slow down. You don't slow down. You have to try to run faster, right? So let's go to Sophia, because you were in second place. And I'm not picking people in order or anything like that, but I know that Sophia came in. I just want to see if the camera will turn over to the other side. Sophia, like scream and shout or something over there so the camera moves.
Hello?
It didn't move. Oh, wait, there it goes. It's slowly moving over.
Oh. What did I say?
All right. So Sophia, congratulations on your finish. Talk about your day and what you were thinking about as you were running in those conditions on state championship day.
Okay, so I woke up thinking it was gonna be warm, so I wasn't really prepared for that. But when we got on the line, like, it was absolutely terrible conditions. So we all prepared for that because we practice in bad conditions, and we practice on that course enough times to work hard, and that's what we did. But I was freezing and felt extremely numb in my body, so I could barely move. But it was still good. We ran great.
And let's go to Jane, because Jane's right next to you. So Jane, after the race was over, what did you do? What was running through your mind? What was happening with you and your teammates, and what was going on there for the rest of your stay at the state park?
So after I crossed the finish line, I immediately went over to hug Molly because she came in right before me, and I was just so excited. Smiles were going all throughout my face, and I remember giving everyone just the biggest hugs because I was so excited that we all crossed the finish line. We all did it because at that point I think we knew we had won, and it was just amazing. So we took a little team picture, but I remember being extremely freezing after that.
Yeah, no kidding. So everyone who's sitting at the table here were the varsity representatives that day, all 7 of you. And for anybody who doesn't know, all 7 of these runners came in the top 15 spots. It's a dominant squad here, and they have been for quite some time. That's really just amazing. Coach, how do you find all these runners, and how do you get 7 of them across the finish line in the top 15?
I don't find them. They sign up for this, and when they sign up for this, they kind of know that we have a proud tradition of success with the running programs. And there are a number of runners who came before them. There are a number of coaches that came before me. And it was those original coaches and runners that really laid the foundation for, you know, the expectations at our school. And not a day goes by when I think of Mr. Rod Lambert and what he started here at Padua Academy. And one of those original runners was Denise Marini. And she kind of started the tradition of success here at Padua. And I think we just want to keep that tradition going. It is all those alumni that support us throughout the way. And when these girls come to Padua and they sign up for cross country, we just outwork people. We just outwork them.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, right? So we'll talk to the sophomores about that, Kelsey and Molly there. So you're sophomores. How much running did you do prior to coming to Padua? Let's go to Kelsey first.
Well, I started running in 5th grade, so I ran like maybe 3 times a week before coming here. But other than that, it was just mainly 3 times a week. And I did other sports on top of running.
So then, what did you know or hear about this program that attracted you to it? Did you just want to run, period, or was there something that you heard that made you want to join this team?
Well, I always knew who Marnie was, and I know that she's a really good coach. So then me and my family chose to come here so then we could have like a really good cross-country season and a track season.
And Molly, how about you? Same question.
Well, I always ran since I was in like 3rd grade. I always did cross country. So I just continued it when I came to Padua.
All right. And Julia, as a senior, one of the elder states people there at Padua, because there's not just 7 of you on the team. There's a whole roster of runners there. How do you take on a leadership role at all, and how do you work with younger runners? Just you specifically.
Yeah. Well, I think definitely this year, being a senior, kind of everything changes. Like, it just goes by so fast. Like, I feel like I was just a freshman, and now already, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm at like the top trying to lead the team. So I'm gonna get captain this year, and it's really just like trying to help out the team however you can, and like being a role model for everyone during like not just like the meets, but like the hard workouts where like no one's really watching. You have to kind of bring the energy, and I feel like with younger grades, they're kind of looking to you. So just like even if you're not feeling it, you have to just kind of put on like a good act, just so that the team can do well.
Good answer. So, Katie, you won this race by like 24 seconds. That's just amazing. And you were near the front of the pack. Oh, well, I was brave enough to get like one shot on one of the first curves. I saw you in there, and then ran to the finish line. To wait for you to cross the line. But here's my question for you. When you're out that far ahead, what runs through your mind strategy-wise?
Yeah, so definitely for that race, it was a whole different strategy than other courses, but I knew that like the hardest part for me was the stick loop, which is through like the beginning of the second mile of the race. So, or beginning of the third mile, my bad. So I knew that I just had to like keep myself busy through that just because it's a straight 800 meter. So I used the wind kind of as motivation. And every time I felt like a wind breeze blow by, I kind of counted to 10 and like sprinted through that straightaway, which really helped a lot and just like kept my mind on track for what I was doing. And then other than that, I just kind of listened to all of the rest of our team that was around the course cheering us on, and just like remembering that we're in this together and we're doing it to, like what Marnie said, like uphold the legacy that was left before us, but also just like make ourselves proud and perform for the other 6 girls running with me.
And Geneva, you were near the front of the pack there, 5th place overall for you. A couple runners, a few seconds in front of you, one right behind you. Talk about your race and like the last mile or so for you. How'd that go for you? What was going on?
The last mile was kind of like a battle between me and like those other girls that finished like a little bit in front and behind me. And the whole time I was just trying to stay focused like on staying with them, because I knew that like every point matters and I didn't want to give that up. So I think the entire like last mile was just me focusing on trying to stay as close as I can, and then towards the finish just like really pushing to try to get ahead of them if I could.
All right. Let me just stick with you. There's obviously a successful culture around your team, and a lot of winning programs have that. And it can range. And what I mean about a culture is just you as a group live life a little differently when you are competing and practicing than other people do, and even from other sports. And you probably have developed some traditions or some rituals that were passed on to you and that you pass along. Can you talk about any of them that come to the top of your mind there?
I mean, I know usually each of like our grades usually decorates like a poster or something, and then this year we decorated like, I guess like wooden boards or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just like a really good way to kind of like add fun to the sport, because it can get like really hard sometimes. It's not always fun like running as hard as you can. And so I think the team just does like a really good job of trying to add in like fun activities to like boost the community and make things a little more fun. And it also helps like unify the team and makes it also like kind of like a family instead of just like solely like an environment that's focused on winning.
Good answer. And Kelsey, you're going to run in college?
I don't know. I'm a sophomore, so I'm not really thinking about that yet.
Wait, who did I just whose name did I just shout out there? Did I say Kelsey? Sorry, Geneva. Sorry. I was staring at Geneva and Kelsey's name.
Said, but
And not even like we don't know it ourselves, and I think that it's just been a great experience on her team because she has such good knowledge of the sport, but also just of how a team should run in general.
Awesome. And Coach, generally I get the idea that these girls are pretty humble. So tell me anything that I missed that they left out that people who are watching this should know about any of these kids, young ladies. Sorry.
Well, nothing is okay. If there's one thing I can say, I mean, I know our team, when we go out there, I mean, part of their training process is to act like you've been there before. So we do try to make it look easy, but nothing is easy. Nothing comes easy, and they work hard 6 days a week, and we give them 1 day of rest a week. So nothing comes easy to them. They have struggles just like everybody else. We have to work through those struggles. And one thing that I think can say for our community, because Geneva hit the nail on the head, I mean, these athletes that most people see are my family, and I treat them like my family, and they treat one another like family. So we truly love and care and support one another. And we just lost one of our coaches. It hasn't even been a year. And he was such a part of our team, and it was gut-wrenching to us. And that just happened in April of last year. So amidst the pandemic, we had to try and navigate together. We had to navigate grief and loss of somebody who was so important to us. And again, the girls make it look easy, and none of it is easy. So it's not like there's a magic curtain back there. But we come to practice, we have a purpose, we take care of business, we try to have fun, and we all want to succeed, and we all want to show one another our talents.
All right, well said. So I had asked Geneva about college. Any other seniors plan on running in college?
I'm kind of the same as Geneva. I'm gonna prioritize like picking my school for academics, and then if the opportunity is there, then I would like look into it. But definitely still up in the air right now.
Okay.
I'm the same as the other two, but I'm leaning more towards running than not running as of right now.
Okay. All right, good. Anybody else? Who else is there? Senior wise. Is that it?
Just the three of them.
Oh, there's 3 seniors, yeah, okay. All right. Well, ladies, I want to thank you for joining me here on Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports, the Padua Academy Cross Country Championship Team, Division I here in Delaware. And even with all the times combined in the 2 divisions, you would still have won. So you are the true champions here yet again. And I wish all of you the best of luck and success and happy holidays. And stay right there for a minute. I'm going to close this show, and I will say goodbye to you off air. And just wave goodbye to I don't know, the 2 or 3 people who are watching right now. Whatever it is.
Why are everybody over there?
All right, hang tight there. I will be back with you in a moment as I close out the show here. Hang on. All right. So you heard me say it. This is the Padua Academy cross country team, state champions for the 9th year in a row, and their head coach, Marnie Junta. And that's a powerful team there. Great tradition, and I'm sure it's going to continue on for quite some time as well. Please do visit me at marshalmanlove.com if you would like a comedy hypnosis show for any kind of party that you're having. And please subscribe to any of the channels where you have found this. I would appreciate it. YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, wherever it is. Just look for My Sports Reports. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm gone.